Hi
Hello.
everyone. So this is Yuvika. I am a chartered accountant and a talk show host. And today I would be hosting this amazing woman called Reshma George, who is with us today. So Reshma is an access consciousness practitioner, and this conversation is all about who she is, what she does, and she is my friend. So I know that what a gift she is to the world. But today we are going to share this with the world. So hi Reshma,
Hello.
how are
Thank
you
you so
doing?
much. I am awesome. Thank you so much for doing this in the middle of the night. Our
Yeah.
madness continues. So,
So
so
Reshma,
thank
what
you.
do you do? Yeah, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
you were saying.
no. So, what do I do? That's a question I get asked very often because I do
Uh-huh.
these random Facebook lives and I do these post these random quotes and I have so many messages coming to me in my inbox saying what do you do and all of those things, and I actually wanted to let all the people on my page know about what I do. So who am I? I'm Reshma George. I come from a South Indian family who I'm born and raised in Pune, and I'm at this moment located also in Pune. Now what do I
Mm-hmm.
do? I do a lot of things. I am an HR by profession. I've done my MBA in HR and worked in corporates for 5 years as an HR. And I've worked in a lot of roles. In recruitment, I've worked as an L&D specialist. I've worked as an HR generalist. And in my first job, the reason why I left my first job in my exit interview, my boss, uh, Mr. Joy Sebastian, he asked me like, "Why are you leaving? You're so good at what you do." I said, you know what? Every day when I get out of my bed, it's a drag to get to the office. It's
Yeah,
literally, I have to, it's a lot of effort for me to come to office, but I don't want to be living my life like that. I want to
yeah,
be, I want to jump out of bed and I want to be doing this every day, I want to be happy about coming to work. And that's why I left my first job back into 2015. And I continued working in other corporates, in other roles, but I was happier there. Well, so what do I do beyond being an HR? I've been doing healing, various modalities for the past 8 years. I've been doing healing from the 2012, and it's not that I set out on being a healer. I didn't set out on getting all these degrees and learning all these different modalities because I wanted to start healing the world, or wanted to spread inspiration, or wanted to help people. I mean, that was never my plan. I actually
yeah,
started off because I had a really bad relationship, and I was like, okay, I can't. I was so upset after that relationship was not working. I had to seek for therapy, and like I realized that not too many people are there to even listen to you. And at that point of time, I thought I had friends, I had cousins, I had family, but I realized that I couldn't speak to them openly about how I felt.
yeah,
And that's when I actually first started my therapy, and I started realizing that there are not too many people who listen to anybody, so maybe I could do something about that. And that's when I
yeah.
started my journey in 2012. So I started with hypnotherapy, and then I learned law of attraction, I learned angel therapy, I learned reiki, I learned crystal therapy. And after that, in 2016, I learned access consciousness. I think 2016, I may not be getting the date, the year right, but I think it's 2016 June. I found access consciousness, and ever since I have been doing access consciousness.
Wow. So, firstly, I want to acknowledge you for taking the step of leaving your job, which you understood that was not working for you, and coming from a place, coming from a family and a culture where having a secure job is a necessity, and you took that daring step even when you did not know what you would do next. So I want to ask you about access consciousness. What is it? What do you do in it? And what is about access that you carried on and did not carry on the other modalities. And hats off to you for doing so many modalities.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. And it was an absolute exploration, right, Yuvika?
Yeah.
It's like I didn't intend on learning everything on earth. There's so many modalities. It's just that it just kept coming. Like new things showed up, and I
Right.
was like, okay, let me see what that is, and let me see what that is, and let me see what that is.
Wow.
And I played with it, and I learned more, and I read more, and I was constantly reading on sites, books, and constantly training myself in various things. And for the first 6 years out of the 8 years that I've been learning healing modalities, I would do stuff for free. Everything was free. Angel card reading used to be free. Any kind of therapy with me used to be free. I would be hours and hours on with people who know me, with friends, counseling them, healing them, doing free healing. I would never charge a penny. And it's
Yeah.
and then after a point I started feeling depleted. I started feeling like I'm not being able to do my best. I'm not being able to be myself. That's when I started charging small amounts. And
Yeah.
access consciousness, what led me to access consciousness is issues with my job. Like I felt like I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I mentioned in 2015 I left my first job, and I was like, where do I go, what do I do? I don't know what I really want in life, because job is something I don't want. And mom
Yeah.
would, my mother's in the income tax office, so she would constantly push me like, okay, get into a government job, it's got so much security. And she's an income tax officer, so she knows the kind of benefits she gets out of being in a government job. And we've also had a lot of benefit for a very, very long time.
Yeah. So, Reshma, what is access consciousness? First, for people who don't know.
Yeah, so access consciousness is like a toolbox. It's like when you're driving a car, if you have a toolbox and if your tire gets punctured, you can look in your dicky, and you can remove the tools and change your tire. So similarly, when you sort of have something that is a issue, so to say, a relationship issue, or a pain in your body, or a financial issue, or you're absolutely broke, access consciousness is a set of tools that you can use to sort of resolve that problem.
Yeah.
So the reason I continued doing access consciousness and then didn't really pursue the other healing modalities was because I started seeing instantaneous results.
Yeah.
The
It's very
Yeah, very quick, very quick. Like the TAT, that's the turnaround time, is less
Yeah.
than 24 hours.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm not exaggerating about this. I mean, I have so many experiences that I can share about access consciousness that yeah, maybe for another time, maybe this is not the space for that, but I will certainly come on and share that with you guys. So it's 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 that it's so pragmatic. It's not airy fairy. It's not it's not like a fairy tale that you have to sit there and meditate for hours, which is, there's nothing wrong in doing that if that's something you like doing. But it's, I could never sit for 5 minutes of meditation. So if somebody like me who's very chitter chatter and has a lot of thoughts, feelings, emotions going on all the time, and very jumpy and very excited, then probably having something more pragmatic, easy to use, would work.
Yeah.
Uh, and like somebody I was talking to describe the other modalities, like the state buses or the trains, while access consciousness is like taking a flight towards your destination. It's
Yeah.
quick, it's easy, and it's fun. Moreover, it's so fun
Yeah.
to explore, and it's a space where we keep exploring.
Yeah. And access is also not about taking you out of your body into the worldly things. Rather, it connects you to yourself. You get empowered and you understand that you're the source, you're the creator. And hence, it is faster than other modalities because it gets so easy. So,
Correct.
what classes do you offer? What healing do you give to people?
So classes, I offer classes on business, money, relationship, and body. I offer classes on a various, a variety of topics. You
Yeah.
can you can. them on my page. You can message me, DM me, and you can get all the details. In fact, I have a class coming up on the 15th, which is called Freedom from Financial Abuse. So if that's something, and it's pay as you wish, it's not even like a particular charge. So if you'd like to pay whatever you'd like to pay, and it's a 2.5 hours class, if you'd like that, you can reach out to me and I can send you a link to that. And probably I can put it in the comments for you to, access the class,
Yeah.
which is 15th of August. And I also take a lot of personal sessions. Uh, this month is my birthday month, so
Oh.
I'm having a lot of fun with doing SOP sessions, which is called the
Yeah.
Symphony of Possibility sessions, and
Uh-huh.
and and I'm just having so much fun. And it's just for
Wow.
1,000 bucks. If you'd like, it's an hour session. So if you'd like that, and if you'd like to experience what that is, you can just reach out to me, and probably we can schedule one.
Wow. So that is a lot to receive from you. You do classes on so many various topics which are so relevant to almost everybody. So I would like to touch on symphony of possibilities. So when we are changing things energetically, it's sometimes difficult to really express what we have changed and our experience. But then I'd still like to ask you some feedback that you must have gotten from your clients. What changed, or what changed for you, so that it gives me clarity on when to choose it.
Right. So, I was just talking to a friend right before this live, and I was like, hey, would you like a session? She's like, yeah, I would. But you know what? I'll just reach out to you when I'm in the shithole, like when I'm really down and out. And I looked at her and I was like, you know what? You really don't have to wait to have a problem to choose the session. What if you
Yeah,
start working on yourself, whatever you'd like, on a daily basis? Like, what if
yeah,
it doesn't have to be when you're really upset and really angry or really down and depressed, that you choose a session with somebody or you choose therapy. So what is an SOP session? Oh my god, it's so difficult to explain what an SOP session is because it's so energetic. But what I can say is it's um it's really unlocking and unhiding parts of you that you don't even know exist. Now, what does that mean? There are so many talents, skills, and capacities that we have that we don't know exist. Now, I'll give you an example. So, when I was a child, I would not be able to speak. I would be the ones with very few words. And it was only after a SOP session in 2018 with a dear friend. Her name's Prerna from Mumbai. And that's when I actually started speaking. I started doing so much more. I started talking a lot more than I ever have in my entire life. It
so
was
a
open.
session changed that.
Yes, a session really changed that. And I know it may
Wow.
sound stupid, but you know what you can do? You can go to my Facebook profile, not the page, but my profile, and you can scroll down and see that you will see no posts on Facebook before 2018. but
Yeah,
if, but after that you will, and 2018 May, okay, so after that you will see a lot of changes in the way I have been, the way I have expressed myself, the way I've been able to be in the world, the way I've been able to speak up, so much more, so much more. And it's not only about creating a business or the money or the kind of relationship. It's about actually understanding who I am. Who is Reshma? Like what does she like? What would she like to create in the world? I
yeah,
started actually looking at what do I want, because up until then it was about my family, my friends, my everybody but except me. I would never look
yeah,
at me. So
yeah.
yes, that's something that really changed for me after an SOP session.
Right. So what I understand is that you. So when I took my session, SOP session, I was asked, "What would you like to create in your life? What would you like to have?" And let's say I say I like to have more money, and then we go deeper and deeper, and as you said, it unlocks you. So we looked at what's not working, what are the point of views that I have that are not letting that get created,
Yes.
and there's just so much space that's that gets created, and it's so lighter
Yeah.
because a lot of garbage from your head you have cleared out in just a very small session, just 20 minutes.
Correct, correct. And when you have these belief systems that don't let you explore beyond them, like, if you
Yeah,
believe that, in India, we say money doesn't grow on trees. Like, how often have our parents told us that?
yeah,
Like, you don't have any money, money doesn't grow on trees. You have to work really hard for money. And over
yeah.
the
What
years,
if
when
you did?
exactly right, and you and I know that because we've been exploring that.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
how many people actually know that? How many people actually
yeah.
really, you know?
So if I'd say Reshma is this person who makes the world see possibilities beyond what we know or what we think we know. So
Yeah,
something which is running the world, for example, money does not grow on trees, and you're this possibility that would invite the world to see, okay, hey, there's something else available, there's something more available.
yeah. And I would say I am the possibility. I would say that I will just show you a mirror, which is, it's
Yeah,
there. We're just looking at it from a filtered glass of money is limited. But what if you just
yeah,
remove glasses? So I'm just going to
yeah,
remove glasses for you, and you're going to be able to see it that, for example, money is there. Like, money is abundant, even in the time of Corona. Like, even right
yeah,
now, money is
yes,
abundant. Like, what if
yeah,
it's a lie? What if
yeah.
everything you speak of is a lie? So yeah, it's pretty much that.
Yeah, and sometimes we get to know about this information that even in these tough times there is abundance of money. But even then we're not able to really put that in our life. And when somebody, for example, a facilitator, has your back, it just gets easier.
Yeah, yeah. And when a facilitator is actually facilitating an SOP session, she or he is so present with you like nobody else has,
Yeah.
really.
And my personal experience with you has been that I say a line that this is not working for me, this is what I'm feeling, and in just one question, like, tu nas pakad leti hai, so you hit on the right spot because
Yeah,
you are very aware.
yeah,
Sometimes we don't even know, and you know that there's something happening in my world.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So and
Pretty much.
and that also comes from so many years of you being in access and playing with the tools. It's not like you know about the tools and you share it with the people. You apply so much in your own life.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I literally use a tool every day, every moment, and it's not an exaggeration when I say every moment, right? Like, it's not that I
Yeah,
don't have bad moments. Like, I pretty much have a bad day. Like, today morning hasn't been the um exact best day or best morning, but what we do is, we use the tools of access to change it. We use the tools of access to um, get our awareness, like, what does, like, what is all the anger or sadness that has occurred suddenly, so the tools
yeah.
of access really get us very present, to even identifying what's actually going on.
Amazing.
uh,
So if you are somebody, so the people who are watching, if you are somebody who wants to bring a change in their money reality, in their with their bodies, with their business, with their relationships, and so much more. So this is an invitation for you to explore. There are a lot of classes that are there on YouTube. Reshma puts out amazing, amazing videos, and she also does amazing classes. So you can go ahead and choose them. And if you have any questions, you can talk to her. And Reshma, do you have anything to say?
Nothing really. Thank you just so much for this conversation. Jeevan says the conversation is so inspiring. Thank you, Jeevan, for being on, and thank you, Saman, for being on. So, just thank you so much for this conversation. And if anybody has any conversation, any questions, you can just drop in a message into the inbox, and I will reach out to you as soon as I can. So yeah,
Awesome.
thank you, Yui, for this, and I'll see you soon.
See you. Bye.
Bye.